Well, see, it all boils down to.
Yes, I smoke.
It all boils down to who the promoters are.
You think so?
And everybody knows that. Well, everybody appears to know that if Don King is promoting a fight, there's going to be some kind of not to say a fixed fight, but there's going to be a different fight.
Now let me jump in here real quick and ask you this, since you brought up his name. Evander Holyfield is supposed to be coming back.
That would be good to see.
Mike Tyson is supposed to be coming back.
I honestly don't see Mike Tyson coming back.
Well, look, hey, Mike.
I honestly don't see Mike Tyson coming back. Simple reason. Mike Tyson is not the Mike Tyson he was before he went in prison.
Well, can a boxer, because Mr. Jones has said to me, and I said it in my last taping, that all great fighters think they have one good fight left in them. Has Mike Tyson had his time of that one great fight?
He's had his time already. If you remember Mike Tyson's last fight, the words he said,
he didn't have love for the boxing. He didn't have love. He
did not feel the love for the sport, and it was only basically he was in it to provide for his kids. So basically, Mike Tyson was just looking for a payday.
Right. Well,
it wasn't actual a fight. Mike Tyson was just looking to get paid at that moment.
You're right, and I was disappointed because we had a house full that night.
Yes, we did.
We had a house full that night. But look, on the side note, look, Mike, we coming out to Vegas, man. We're gonna be out there September 30th to hopefully October 7th. So I know you got a place in Reno. I'm definitely gonna be looking for you so that you and I can sit down and talk, because I've been dying to talk to you. Outside of that, do you think that the heavyweight division, I mean, do you see a change soon? Or
I honestly see a change, and I'm going to tell you where the change is going to come. The change is going to come with the Klitschko brothers.
One of them is out.
One of them might be out for a minute.
You think he's coming back?
He's going to come back. Guaranteed. He's going to come back.
So that's that Germany in you coming
out.
Well,
no, it's not the Germany. I mean, we traveled.
Yeah, we have.
It's not the Germany. It's just those guys actually can box. One of the guys showed he didn't have a chin. I don't know if it was Vitaly or
I think it was Vitaly.
It was Vitaly. It was one of them. That we fought. The little short guy.
Hold up.
I can't
go to Boxing for Real. Go to Boxing for Real if you want to find out, and we'll talk about them in a minute. Yeah. Go to Boxing for Real if you want to find out which brother got the weakest chin.
He showed that his chin was not strong. Everybody put him on a high pedestal.
Right.
Everybody said, "Oh, he can do this, he can do that, he can do this." But the question was, when he got in the ring, could he defend his chin?
Okay.
And as you see, the little guy just banged him.
Right.
You seen it, I seen it.
Right.
It was like, gee, I can't believe this. Vitaly is what? Six something.
Yeah.
And the guy was only like 5'10", and he banged him. He banged him out.
I like that word. I like that word.
Banged him out.
Right on.
Banged him out.
But I mean, you know, and my thing with European boxers versus American boxers is they train harder. European boxers do train harder. That's why I go back on my statement. And I was asked earlier today, and if I'm not looking in the camera, that's because this is how you're supposed to do it.
Right.
I was asked earlier today about Winky Wright. You know, how did I feel Winky Wright was as a boxer, or did I think that he was a good boxer? And I've said it numerous times before, and I'll say it again. I think Winky Wright had his best challenges when he fought over in Europe, just based upon the fact that the European fighters, these boys don't play. You know, and to bring out the best fighter, you know, boxer, fighter, whatever, to bring the best person out, you gotta have somebody that really does it. Now, I mean, Alexis Arguello and Aaron Pryor, and if you got on demand, you need to check that out. I saw that last night, and that was something to see.
Was it the fight that Aaron Pryor won that fight?
Aaron Pryor won that fight, man. And I mean, the bombs that they was throwing, you know, the bombs that they were throwing. Aaron Pryor was one of those cats I would have loved, and I would have loved to see him go over Europe and fight. He was one of those guys. He wasn't a boxer, and he wasn't respected for the fact that he wasn't a boxer. But when he got in the ring, you could be rest assured now. I mean, he may have had some losses. What I saw, they covered more of who he was as a person. You know, and I don't want to say a person outside of the ring, but a person inside of the ring. He was an angry guy, so the boxing ring was a place for him to take that anger out. And when you real pissed off, the mind doesn't register. You just got hit in your chin.
Correct.
You just keep coming. And Alexis Arguello, he gave this guy the best fight of his life, not once but twice. You know what I'm saying? And it brought out the best in Aaron Pryor, and that's what I feel about Winky Wright. I think that when he was over in Europe, whoever it was he was fighting, they brought out the best in him.
Well, the only thing I see wrong with the European fighters is that their rules are kind of different.
They are. Totally steroids legal over there too?
I think it is. I think it is. But their rules are a lot different. Certain styles of boxing that they portray, you can't do it in United States. You just can't do it. The hitting below the belt, when they try to hit below the belt and think it's not being seen, and it's being seen, and points are being deducted. That's how a lot of European fighters lose it when they fight in the U.S.
Well, I think that last Hatton fight, technically, I think he lost that because he was definitely fighting dirty.
Yeah, he definitely was fighting dirty.
That's why I say he a pub brawler, you know. Remember when we used to go to the pubs over the checkpoint and all of them, and to get into the fights with those type of cats, them Ricky Hatton type of guys. Barroom brawls, you know, and that's what Ricky Hatton reminds me of.
Well, I tell you what, I would like to see Carlos Quintana and Ricky Hatton fight.
You think so?
I would like to see. I would love to see that fight.
Hey, hopefully.
I would love to see.
Hopefully we can get it. Party in the front room. My treat.
Hey,
all right. You know how we do.
That's how we do.
You know how we do. And last but not least, before we get into this boxing for real thing, because I do want to share some stuff, you know, with the viewers about that. The last question came from Geo92307, one of our subscribers. I think you want to give him a shout out right about now.
Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? How's everything?
All right.
All right.
He wanted to know, why is UFC, Ultimate Fighting Championship, taking pot shots at boxing? Now, I thought about that question. Now, you remember when we used to get, and I'll say this, I got some stuff up, Bob, be my witness, not because he's my brother, but because he knows.
Absolutely.
I got some stuff on UFC upstairs that probably isn't out on DVD yet, and probably will never come out on DVD. But you know that UFC has been banned in many states.
Correct.
And the places that they get to play right now, I mean the caliber, and I'm not going to knock the caliber of guys that they have right now, but personally I feel like they knock boxing for ratings. It's a business thing. I think it's a business thing to draw the crowd, because when you really look at boxing, excuse me, and I stand to be corrected, most look at the heavyweight division, because the heavyweight division is the top of the hill for all boxers. You can be middleweight, lightweight, junior lightweight, all them other weight classes, which I hope to God one day they make up their mind. Give me lightweight, middleweight, heavyweight, and I'm good. You know, you're too confusing. But the heavyweight is the top of the hill. The heavyweight is the top of the hill. And when you look at the heavyweight champion, it's basically the equivalent, pardon this pun, is basically the equivalent of the world's heavyweight champion in wrestling. You know what I'm saying? He overranks all the other all the other champions in there, you know. And so UFC is like going out in the backyard here and just fighting in an octagon fence.